All right, let's talk about the Kings. They've quietly been having a really good season this year. Last year, they made the whole trade trading away Tyrese Halliburton for Sabonis. And a lot of people gave that trade a lot of flack, saying that it was a terrible trade and the Indiana Pacers fleeced the Kings. But this season, Sabonis is a borderline all-star, averaging 18, 7, and 7, shooting 62% from the field and 42% from three. And he's looking kind of like the Nikola Jokic from Wish this season. And I mean, even if your team has the bootleg version of Jokic, it's still in the same realm as Jokic. You take that. And it's made this trade that they made look a whole lot better for them than a lot of people said it was at the start. But it's not just been Sabonis on his own, it's been the lethal pick and roll he's formed with De'Aaron Fox this year, who's also having a borderline all star season. And side note, Kings fans, how did you guys not get either of these guys into the top 10 for their respective category in the All-Star voting? Like, get out and show these boys some love because they definitely deserve to be in the All-Star game this season. At least one of them has to be. But back to uh, De'Aaron Fox. He's arguably the most athletic point guard outside of John Morant, and he's been having a great year. Not just scoring the ball, but playmaking is up for him this year. And it's not just these two that have been doing well. They have a lot of solid role players, and they're one of the deeper teams in all of basketball, I'd say. They've got Kevin Herter, who's looking like a white Klay Thompson, shooting 42% from three on 7 attempts a game. And he does nothing but shoot, but when he's shooting like he is, that's all that really matters. He's been lethal from three this year. Adds a lot of spacing, which helps with De'Aaron Fox, who's not necessarily the best three-point shooting point guard. But with the spacing that Kevin Huerter's been providing, that's looked really good. Then they drafted Keegan Murray this year with the fourth overall pick, who a lot of people said was a reach. But this season, he's been pretty solid in his role. He's looked like one of the most NBA ready rookies from the class, which for a team in the Kings who are looking to make the playoffs for the first time in what feels like ever, has been really good for them. He's probably going to get a bit of Rookie of the Year buzz if he keeps up this production, but realistically, he won't win with how Paolo Banchero has been playing. But he'll be up there for sure. And then they have Harrison Barnes in that final starting role, who's nothing special, but he's also not bad. Plays his role well, does his thing. But then once you go to the bench, they've had one of the best benches in the league this season with players like Terrence Davis, who went off for a crazy game like a month ago, and a bunch of other just solid role players coming off the bench, which is exactly what you want for a team that wants to compete in the postseason. This whole like superstars at the top and mediocre bench thing has not worked. Many teams have shown that with the Lakers and all that. This solid couple good players and a bunch of role players who do their job well is exactly what you need to compete now. And I don't think they're going to be pushing for a championship or anything, but the culture in Sacramento has looked really good from an outsider at least. The whole Beam thing has been kind of hype, seeing the players get invested in the city. That's what you want to see, really. And if they keep doing this, they're definitely going to be a playoff team for the first time in my lifetime, which is great for the city and the basketball. But they're quietly making a push, and they could make some noise in the postseason. Like I said, don't think they'll win, but anything's possible once you make the playoffs, especially with how deep their team's been. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, subscribe, comment. Alright, peace.